time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense will have the football first. Auburn would love nothing better than to do what it did the last time these two met and just take the dogs behind the woodshed.
Yeah, they hammered the dogs. They built so much positive momentum in the program. Recruiting, everything about beating Georgia is good. And the bragging rights right there in the state of Alabama, right on that Georgia line, it's even greater.
He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting the guy in the back end.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. To throw, it's Peters. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Fires to the big fella. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'm trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got the tight end. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Auburn's offense has its first opportunity of the day. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Leaves it with the running back. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. Got him up for the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn. James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find...
Picked off to stop the threat.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy. And that's what caused the interception.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Takes the handoff. It's Willis. Hard running there. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Peters. Here's the heat. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands, and you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Short from the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and they'll move the chains for the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Northern Illinois.
Use the play fake. Now to throw.
That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Brings into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pair. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
They'll go right back to the run. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Georgia sends out the punt team. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Peters. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Swings it out to his running back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw. You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Peters. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The sure hands, it's Willis. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. He'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Punt is on its way. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go to the fullback, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The give out of the gun. There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to sneak it. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. The Tigers extend that lead, and in the Deep South's oldest rivalry, it looks as if the Dogs are in deep trouble.
Yeah, and this is a great sign for Auburn fans who had to hear it for a while. Georgia's dominated this series of late. Auburn dominating today.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Peters. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got him downfield. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wide out trying to get it in.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves that they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here comes the 2-point try. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. These corners backing off a bit. Dropping back, it's Peters. He's taking a deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.